Hey there, action takers. Today we have something really exciting in store for you because you've probably heard about Instagram's latest app, Threads, and you might be wondering if it's right for your business. Well, you're in the right place because we've got a unique take on this app called Threads.
That's right. Threads really made waves in the social media world when it first released, and we're here to give you a really honest, unbiased assessment of its potential for your business, right? We're not just gonna show you how it works, but we're also gonna help you understand if it actually aligns with your business goals and your social media strategy.
Yeah, because let's be real, not every new platform is right for everyone. So in this video, we're gonna walk you through the ins and the outs of Threads. We're gonna talk about its features and how it can be a game changer for your business.
Plus, we'll also touch on whether now is the right time for Threads or if you should focus on other aspects of your business right now. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you stay notified for more of the juicy tips about rocking your business on Instagram.
Okay, now let's unravel the mystery of Threads and discover if it's the perfect match for your business. But before we do that, if we've never met before, hi, I'm Subi Zimmerman.
And I'm Morgan Sutton, and together we've taught thousands of businesswomen how to make serious money on Instagram through our digital courses and coaching programs.
And if you're feeling like a total newbie in the digital world because you just didn't grow up with a phone in your face, you are in the right place. You're probably someone who is eager to grow your business like a pro, and we are here to guide you every step of the way.
So let's dive right in. What is the buzz about Threads? Well, it's Instagram's new app, and they designed it to change the way you share and connect with others, focusing on text updates and having conversations.
Exactly. In Threads, the text comes first, and then conversations happen, and then you get engagement, and that's the priority of this app.
What's also interesting is that Threads seamlessly connects to your existing Instagram connections, which means that it's possible for you to connect with those that you're talking to on Instagram on this platform just in a new way.
And here's a little secret that we love. At least for now, there's no sponsored content. Say goodbye to being bombarded with ads. Plus, they don't have any posts that expire like your Instagram stories do. So Threads can really live on.
Absolutely. And another cool thing about Threads is that they don't need to use a link in bio. With all the different post types that you can have in Threads, you can include live links. So it's really convenient to guide your audience somewhere and make sure that they can access your website or your shopping platform really easily.
Yes, but here's some words of wisdom. Threads, like any other social media platform, does require a strategy.
Exactly, Sue. Great point. So this is the first thing that we really want you to think about is if you're currently feeling overwhelmed by your social media to-do list, Threads just might not be the right place at the right time, you know? If you're trying to decide where you should spend your time, I think it's really important to consider, was I going to diversify my marketing strategy for this quarter, right? Was I looking for a new platform? Or if I decide to take this on, what am I saying no to? Right? If it wasn't something on your list to expand your social presence, then you might not have the bandwidth to do it right now. And that's really okay. It's really important before you jump into something to step back and assess your current to-do list and your priorities and see if this new platform fits.
I think that is such a great point, and I was able to jump right on it because I do have a genuine interest, and I get so excited about new social media platforms and also being an early adopter. It does have its benefits, but those benefits may or may not outweigh your priorities. And because I have a team, I am able to be a little bit more explorative in areas that normally I wouldn't if I didn't have the bandwidth like I can.
It's a really good point, Sue. So basically, when you know the places that you're already consistent and that already drive leads are covered, you have the space to explore these platforms. I think also it's not something to look down on of the fact that genuine interest and passion towards something makes it a lot easier to do, right? So if you're coming to us as an average business owner who has a passion for what it is that you sell or what it is you offer, but maybe you don't love social, adding one more to your plate might make things crazy overwhelming, right? Where if it's something that is exciting to you to get creative in another place, it will be a lot easier to go for it. So that's really what I want you to consider, is if it is the right thing to do right now, and do the benefits of jumping in early offer you what you want, right? Because we want you to stay focused on what matters most in your business, what you need to do to move it forward, especially because new platforms are not always proven wins, right? So Sue, share with us the latest news about Threads.
Yeah, so it was reported that after the first week, engagement on Threads dropped 75%. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to pick up, but you have to remember that it's the hot new thing. And that should not take you away from what really does matter most in your business, like Morgan said.
Now, if you do decide that Threads is something that is worth your time to post on, let's talk about it, right? So first, Threads is its own app. It was developed by Instagram and it's really easily connected to it, but it is its own app. So you'll need to go to the App Store on your phone and download it, and then you sign in using your Instagram account.
Yeah, that's right. Each Instagram account has its own profile on Threads, so you don't have to get a new username, which I think is really great. Because they've connected the platform, the people that you already follow on Instagram and the people that already follow you can really easily find you.
I think that was a really important part in getting the engagement going early on. Is like you were already being referred to your friends, which is cool. So now let's talk about posting a thread. It's actually super simple. All you do is tap at the bottom. It'll open up kind of a note, like you start a post and you'll start typing away.
What's good to point out is that if your thread does exceed 500 characters, Threads will automatically add another thread, ensuring that your message gets across without any restrictions. And this is the power of threaded content, where the whole conversation is contained in a threaded way.
Definitely, it's lending itself to having a full experience and seeing what other people are doing, and it's putting the conversation first, right? It's putting the text first, where on Instagram when we start scrolling, it's the video or the photo that comes first, right? Now in Threads, you can use that, right? Like you can add photos, videos, links to a thread, but the text will still show up first. So I think that that's an important kind of variation.
Like any other social platform, engagement is key to building strong connections on Threads. You can join in on discussions by simply replying to a thread. And both new threads that you create and threads that you reply to will show on your Threads profile. And you can reply to a thread by simply clicking on the text bubble. It is the icon to the right of the heart, and that threads the conversation. It really puts commenting and conversation at the front, where on Instagram, the comments are kind of hidden and it does require a few steps. So you can even reply with attachments like video, photos, or links. Now, it's important to note here that if you are doing that, make sure that you keep the conversation in the spirit of what the content creator started that conversation for. And you're adding to that conversation, right? You're not pulling them away from that conversation.
You can also repost or like or share a thread that resonates with you, and that will show on your profile when you share that thread over. And it's kind of like how Twitter looks, right? Where you're able to retweet, right? We're kind of reposting there. And it's all about creating a supportive and engaging community. So Seuss, I'd love to pause here and say, what are some of the favorite things you've seen on Threads? Personally, for me, the posts that I've seen that have been most kind of interesting and engaging to me have been like quotes, or almost like unpopular opinions, misconceptions, like something a little bit forward that start up a conversation or cause someone to have a reaction, or things that have been like questions where you're trying to kind of crowdsource answers or a conversation. I feel like that's been what I've been enjoying seeing. What have you been enjoying?
Yeah, that's good to hear. I've been getting various information for things of interest, some books to read and some videos to watch, kind of like getting news.
So crowdsourcing too.
Yeah, and it's become somewhat of a side news channel for me. And because some of the accounts that I'm following are news channels, and they're just like keeping me up to date with news that's happening. Kind of like how I used to use Twitter back in the day. And like you, I get a lot of inspiration from quotes. I think everyone can lean into any kind of mindset mojo and inspo on the daily. And I've had some amazing conversations with people I've never met before, and opportunities that have kind of unfolded where there might be an invitation to be interviewed on a podcast, which is really pretty cool. Now, business owners, listen up. Here is a fantastic use for Threads. You can share your Threads directly to your Instagram feed. That's right. You just want to tap below the post and choose to add it to your Instagram story or to your Instagram post. It directly posts it to your feed if you want it to. And it looks like this. Now, this piece of content is useful on Threads and also on Instagram. There's not a lot of design options, but it could be an interesting way to use Threads depending on your business and your content strategy.
So you could see how it's super easy to use, and now you know what buttons to press to get started with posting your own thread, with reposting a thread, with replying, adding links, photos, and also with sharing it over to your profile.
Yeah, and so whether you are jumping into Threads or you're sticking things out on Instagram, we do have a great next step for you. Make sure that you don't miss our free training. This is the 3-step customer attraction blueprint.
No matter what platform you're spending your time on, this training shares the key decision that you need to make in order to find and get customers online. And there's no lip syncing or tech headaches required in order to have wins. And that's why we want you to check out the link below. It's a perfect training for you if you wish you could make more money online with Instagram, but are overwhelmed about where to start.
And if you found this video helpful, you can find us on Instagram at The Instagram Expert. We do share valuable tips every day to help you market your business on Instagram. We'll see you over there.